I wanted to talk to you guys. It's been a while, and I just wanted to come in and talk and just chat and catch up. Not necessarily bring people up, because I want us to switch it up too. Like sometimes I'll do like, I'll just speak to you guys, answer questions in the comments, and then sometimes I'll bring people up. All right, so we'll switch it up. Thank you. Welcome in, you guys. I don't want to say it's the setting spray. It's not the setting spray. It's how you set your makeup. Thank you, Coco. Thank you, Yvonne. It's how you set your makeup. The better you set your makeup, the better it looks. That's how I like to think about it. So get you some good setting powders. Get you a nice setting powder. Use like a powder puff, to really press in the powder. That would be good on the areas that you want set. Okay, a good press powder. I think that's where some of the girlies, you don't do your makeup. Like maybe that's a challenge you're having with your makeup, because sometimes you think, oh, I need a bunch of makeup to look like I have a beat face. And granted, I like a good beat, right? But if you have a good powder, your makeup looks well done. If you set your makeup properly, it looks done. That's how I want you guys to think about it, okay? So I like to look like a combination, like a little bit of set, a little bit of dewy, a mixture. A nice mixture. Thank you, guys. They're saying Charlotte Tilbury. They're saying Huda. What is some of your favorite setting powders? What are some? Maybelline. I haven't tried that one. I'm going to tell you the ones I've tried. I've tried Huda. I've tried Laura Mercier. I've tried Benign. Okay, those are the three brands. Benign, Laura Mercier, and Huda. Those are the brands that I have tried. This is a pink blush. It's just pink, some regular pink blush. Okay, so we did a live, and where did I tell the girls to get their blush from? Where did I tell you girls to get your blush? Remember we did a live, and I said, where should you go and get your blush? Does anyone here remember? Hello, Beauty Supply. Beauty Supply. Look, that's it. Beauty Supply. Go into see all the girls who were here, they remember. Thank you, S. Go into the Beauty Supply store and get a blush, because they are very pigmented. They are bright. They are very, very pigmented. They are very, very bright. They're not conservative. So if you go into a beauty supply store, I feel like you'll get a true pink lip, a true red, a true orange. So much so that you might want to like take a little away. Okay, so this is just a pink. Go in and grab like 3 different pinks. And they're probably like $5.99, at most $9.99. All right, at most. Some are chalky. Sometimes some are chalky, but if you like get in there, rub it a little bit, rub the top, and then smooth it out, it kind of brings out the pigment. Welcome in. What blush should you do for pigment? Christmas. I'm thinking pink or red. It depends on your look. Thank you, Tatiana. Yes, they're saying finesse it. Exactly. Like some things I feel like you go to the beauty supply store for. Some things you go to Sephora Ulta for. Or some things you go and you invest with a certain makeup line, right? So if you have a favorite person online that you like their lips or blushes, it really depends. But as you guys know, before I was an influencer, I was a celebrity makeup artist. For 10 years, I was a celebrity makeup artist. And just doing makeup, I learned over the years that it's not always about the makeup product. It's about the technique. So as I started to learn and go through the years, I realized, oh, when I went to makeup classes for Nikki Posley or Rennie Vasquez or B-Face Honey, right? Or one of the girls in the neighborhood who did makeup really, really well. When I went to their classes, I was like, oh, it's their technique. It's their technique. It's not the makeup. It's not the product. It's the technique, you know? The application and the blending, exactly. It's that. It's the application and yeah, it's that. And I think makeup looks good when you take care of yourself. The better you take care of yourself, the better the makeup looks. There's no way around that. Some people are just born naturally with great skin, great this, great features, great eyes, great, you know. Not everyone is blessed in that sense, you know. But if you're not, and you got to do 7-step skincare routine, really take care of your skin. But I think makeup looks best when your skin looks best. When you have a good foundation, when you are taking care of yourself, everything else looks 10 times better. That's something else I learned through the years. Okay. Hey, Sean, nice to see you. Any mascara, any mascara. Any mascara. What's the difference between a setting powder and a pressed powder? I want to say the setting powder is to lock in the makeup. So think translucent powder. A lot of you guys have translucent powders. It usually comes free in like a makeup bag, or it's like that little white powder. And you're like, I don't need that. I'll just throw it away. No, that's very useful. It's going to lock in the makeup so it does not move throughout the day. And no, it doesn't flash back, so you don't have to worry about that. Thank you, Sean. The highlighting powder, right? That's different. That comes in orange and yellow. That gives you that, like that Kim K effect under the eyes, right? So when you put that highlight powder under your eyes, people are like, hold up. You started black, you started African American, and now you looking Filipina. Now you looking Dominicana. Hold up, that highlighting powder, or you Dominicana, and now you looking like you from Spain. You look half Asian, half black, half black, half black. Hold up. That's what the highlighting powder does, okay? Y'all laughing, it's the truth. Am I lying? Yep. Yeah, so keep this in mind. And the only way to get better at makeup is to go through the process. So you might have to go out and look bad. Okay, you might have to go out into the world and not look so good. You might have a day or two. Okay? You might, so thank God I grew up in an era where we wasn't recording, there wasn't meta glasses, there wasn't social media. So we have room to look crazy. Right? But you gotta have to get it wrong to get it right. That's how I want y'all to think about it. Thank you guys. Let's drop some questions in the chat. I fell off. I haven't done it in 3 years. Get back. Start today. Me in 2016 looking crazy, child. Eyebrows, eyeshadow, lips. That's the era we came from. Beat. A beat face. What do you think of a nose ring? And a nose ring to what? Like, what do you, are you just wearing it to wear it? What's your question? Smoky always. Yes, I remember a smoky eye. Do you remember that? We used to love a smoky. Then where, do you want to wear it? Do you want to wear, I can't decide that for you, hon. If you want to wear the nose ring or not, I can't make that decision for you. That's up to you to decide. You have to learn to make your own choices. You have to learn to make your own choices. How do you get over procrastination? You just have to do it. That's the only way to get over it, is to do it. There's no like philosophy. There's no 7-step. The step is just to start, you know. There's no way around it. Because every day is just, I mean, you're just going to stay in the same place or you're going to grow. That's it. You're going to stay in the same place or you're going to grow. So you get to decide, do I want to be here a year from now? Am I comfortable being here a year from now? Or do I want to change? Thank you, guys. Yeah, overcome fear. Look it up on TikTok. I always think, you know, I said this before too. I just feel like there's so many resources online to help you be your best self. There's just too many resources online to be your best self, to get in shape, to start your business, to find schools for your children, to go to school, to create a business, to work on your relationship, to get married, to get in a relationship, to stay single, to decenter men. It's like, how are we not where we want to be? How aren't we where we want to be? Why? That's just a you thing then. If Chat GPT can't help you, I'm blaming you. You're the problem, you know? You're the problem. I hate to say it. Okay, that's on. Thank you guys. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday fun day. They said, oh Lord. Yeah, but who else is there to blame? You know, when you're a child, you can blame, oh, my parents, my this. As you get older, you can't say those things anymore. That runs dry. You know? After a certain age, that just runs dry. Okay? And it goes from your parents or your guardian to then the government and the man. That's what it evolves into if you don't get a grip of your life. And sometimes you have to stop blaming everyone else but yourself. And this goes for the men too who are watching, not just the women. Okay? We go from parent, guardian to the man and the government. You have to take some accountability. Thank you, Shay. Thank you for the gifts, guys. I also want to address this because I saw a viral video of a young lady. She does follow me, and she was cutting a piece of steak. And the way she was holding her fork wasn't in the, she wasn't holding her fork in a correct way while she was cutting her steak. And that did go viral. Thank you, Queen. Here's the thing I want to say about that. I do understand that everyone doesn't know, like, let's say restaurant etiquette, or they weren't raised a certain way, right? Granted. But the way people were going in on her and the way people were making reaction videos, I'm like, she's out with her boyfriend. She's out with her man. And the thing is, the way I saw it, she wasn't like boastful about anything. She was just sitting there like, oh, I mean, she wasn't like, oh, I'm at a steakhouse. You know, my man is about to pay and bop, bop, bop. And we out, you know. It wasn't that. So I'm thinking, why is everyone so bothered? Who embarrassed her? Hold on, you guys, because people are miserable. They're very, very miserable. Yeah, I'm just thinking, like, I get it, like, hey, girl, hey, you know, like, maybe, you know, move the fork, or blah, blah, blah. But we're doing response videos now. We're doing response videos to a girl cutting a piece of steak with her man. Her man doesn't have a problem with it. He doesn't have an issue with it. It's just not that deep, yeah. And we can't get y'all out the house. How about that? We can't get y'all out the house. We can't get y'all out the house just to sit down to eat a piece of steak, to cut it correctly. We can't get y'all to do that. Uh-huh. When you got a man, you got a man, you got a piece of a man who's taking you out? Okay. I'm just checking. And this goes to the men too, because I saw men doing reaction videos. oh, she don't know how to cut steak, but she asking men what they bring to the table. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. She didn't say nothing about 50-50. What she said, she just sat there and ate. I just had to say something because it just boggles my mind. I'm like, why are we so concerned? Thank you, Tatiana. Thank you, Shawnee. She didn't say nothing about anyone. Oh, they make scenarios in their head. Yeah, it's going viral and I was tagged. So I was like, let me bring it up. You know, welcome in, you guys. Let me see. Ash, my man loves me, but his parents want me gone. They're toxic. Do I stay? Can we respond to Gail? Hold on. Oh, it's not even letting me. What should Gail do? Her man loves her, but his parents want her gone. What should she do? They're toxic. They said that Chanel says she's 50-50. Yeah. What about when you have children? Is she not, like, how is she going to respond? How are they going to respond to the kids? They're saying, how long have they been together? Does your man stand up for you, Gail? That's what they're asking. Leave, he needs to address it. Parents are in charge always. Thank you, guys. My fiance has an issue with me helping my sick mother financially. He said he needs my support. Oh, girl, no. Girl, no. Girl, no. He has an issue with you helping your mom financially who's sick. And he needs help. I just had to say it back I just had to say it back. You're taking care of your sick mother and your fiance has a problem with that. What should you do? What is happening? What's going on, ladies? What is going on? You see what the chat is saying. You see what the chat's saying. Welcome in. They must be young. They must be. Yeah. You're just like, are you just supposed to tell your fiance, oh, all right, babe, forget about my sick mother. Here's money. You know, just forget about her. I'm going to let her just whittle away. And I'm going to make sure you're good. Thank you, guys. It's a pink gloss pink. Like a baby pink. Not baby, but hot pink. I want to say more of a hot pink. This color. So y'all can see it. Thank you, Prophet. Hi, you guys. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. I hope everyone's been doing well. Any advice for someone that's 21? Are you in school? Are you going to school? Are you going to college or beauty school or trade school? Like, what are you doing with your life? Have you decided what direction you want to go in? That's what you should be thinking about at 21. Like going to college or to a school or a trade or something like that. Or starting your own business. You can also start your own business. But you need to get serious about that, right? So those are the things you want to think about, and party and have fun, you know, and make new friends and fall out with them and travel and intern and do all of the things. That's what 21 is about. Having lots of fun. And keeping the cookie shop closed. I'm not saying the older girls can't, but when you're 21, you know, I always tell you guys the world is your oyster. So I would keep the cookie shop closed. And you can get whatever and anything that it is that you want. Take care of your body, take care of your hair, take care of your skin, and focus. Decide, where is it that I want to be in my life? What type of business do I want? You know, like, really get focused. That's what I want you to do at 21. 23, that's the same age. That's about the same, 23. 25, you're like, okay. 25 is like the halfway mark to 30. So I'm going to get more concrete about what it is that I want to do, because those 5 years fly by. To anyone in your 30s, I think you have room to play until around 32. I would say 31. And then after that, you need to really get serious about what it is that you want. Because I think if you're in your 40s or even in your 30s talking about, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't know where to go, I can't do this, I don't know, help me, every 5 minutes, this goes for women and men, it doesn't sound the same. It just doesn't sound the same. Like, you're not 21 anymore. You're not 25. Like, you're grown. And you're doing grown people things, a lot of you. A lot of you are doing grown people things. So if we dating and we leveling up and we drinking matcha and going to Pilates, and this goes for all my girls, late 20s, 30s, then we have time to, you know, get our stuff together, have our priorities in order. That's very, very important. You want to have a savings. You want to be taking care of your body. You want to have boundaries. You don't want to be having the same conversation over and over and over and over again. You should have a footing on your life. Like, okay, I can pay this amount of bills, or if I'm in a relationship, my relationship is stable and he's paying and doing whatever. But you need to kind of be settled. And that doesn't mean you can't change your mind. Let's say I want to change career paths or whatnot. Sure. But I'm just saying the excuses that you have in your 30s or 40s or 50s does not sound the same as it did at 21 or 25. It doesn't sound the same. It's like, babe, what's going on? What do you mean you're out and you didn't pay your phone bill? What do you mean you're out on vacation and you took the trip and you don't got money on the trip? What do you mean you're out and your kids' hair is not together or they don't got on clean clothing? What's happening? They're not in a good school. What's going on? What do you mean you're married or in a relationship, which means you have help? When I say emotional support, right? If you're in a good relationship with a man and you're inflamed, you're stressed, you're still going through it. What do you mean? You have someone in the house who's supposed to take a little bit of extra of the burden on. Oh, no. Not in 30 and 40. Maybe 20. Not in 30 and 40. No. Does that make sense? Yeah, inflamed. Yeah, because the cortisol levels are high. You know, they're high. No more like going backwards. No more going backwards. Hey, darling, no more going backwards. Please, let's not do that. It's like, okay, we spoke about the problem once or twice. Why are we talking about it again? That's how I want y'all to think about this moving forward. And this goes for anything. If you still talking about the same issues you have with your partner, which in your relationship, in your friendships, then now the problem is you. It's not them anymore. You're the problem. Okay? You're the problem. And someone said, you know what? I just saw a video of a girl today. And part of her video, she said this. She said, why is it that women can pick up on, you know, a new friend's jealousy or a new friend being shady or a new friend trying to betray her very quickly. Like, women can pick up on that fast. But you can't pick up on that when it comes to a man. You didn't see the red flags. But you see them very quickly. When it's time to meet a new friend, when it's time to hang out with the new girl, oh, she was shade older, blah, blah, blah. But why you didn't see the red flags with the men? You saw it with the girls quick. Quick. But not with the men. It just went over. Okay. I was like, that's a great point. That's a great point. Yep. They said that's why the jaw has to stay closed. Yeah, the jaw has to stay shut tight. Thank you, guys. Any advice for 17-year-olds? Oh, you're about to graduate high school. Do you know what college you want to go to? And also enjoy your senior year if you haven't graduated already. Enjoy your senior year. Okay. Enjoy your senior year. Enjoy it. Child, after that, after high school, friendships look different too. They look different. So enjoy your senior year. Have fun. They said, yes, I wish I can go back. Yeah, they said real life begins. Have fun. Yes, it does. It sure does. Beginner for waist trainer. I say just start with like 3 or 4 hours. 3 or 4 hours. Let me also ask you guys this, because I know we're now in November. It's November 16th. Have we been going to the gym? Have we been working out? Have we been eating good? Be honest. Okay, I see some no's. Thank you. Thank you, Olivia. Okay, if you haven't, tighten up. Tighten up. If you haven't, tighten up. Okay, I say tighten up just a little bit before Thanksgiving, and then after Thanksgiving, you get back to it. You know, even things out. I don't need to go crazy every single day leading up to Thanksgiving if you're, in the U.S. If you're not in the U.S., this doesn't apply. But leave a little room. My sister just told me to tighten up. This is confirmation. Yeah, the winter, it's very easy to gain weight in the winter. It's so easy because it's cold. You're not out as much. And I think when it's colder, you just are more inclined to go for more comforting foods. There's not as much sun out. And I want to say restaurants, your favorite latte coffee spots, they have fun foods. There's a lot more fun foods, I feel, in the winter than there are in the summer. So you get pumpkin this, cookie butter that, mocha choca extra, Christmas special, peppermint something. So it's very easy for those calories to add up. And then out of nowhere, you're like, where did this 10 pounds come from? Where did the 15 pounds come from? I haven't thought about that. Maybe I should. They said tomorrow I'm tightening it up. Okay, Botox Free Beauty. She said I'm starting tomorrow. Thank you, big sis. Welcome in. Yeah, you do build your summer body in the winter. Although I think a lot of people start, I want to say around typically April. In the March, April, people start like trickling back into the gym. No more cafes. Yes, or in moderation. So you have to find, just find coffees that are just lower calorie options. Or if you're having, like, let's say a fun coffee drink, maybe you have it, I don't know, 3 times a week. Maybe you have it once a week. Like, you have to come up with something. Because you have to think, a lot of those drinks have sugar, fat, cream. Sugar, fat, cream, and sodium. And this much coffee. That much coffee. And I'm a coffee girl. I love coffee. Okay? Same with matcha. Because I've seen, you know, not me being shady, but I've seen you guys going to... Wait, hold on. I thought the point of a matcha was to be healthy, right? But I'm seeing matcha orders with 4 pumps of vanilla, oat milk, coconut water, whipped cream, and cold foam on top. Wait. Baby, just go ahead and order you a latte. Just order the latte. No. Yes. Yeah. I thought the point of the matcha was just to enjoy the matcha. Dessert in a cup. Yes. And I just saw a girl, she popped up on the FYP. I'm assuming because I posted the Dunkin' video. And she had the Dubai chocolate Dunkin' Donut drink. But she couldn't drink it. She had to eat it with a spoon. I said, this is why. This is how they get us. This is how... I don't like matcha. I'm not a matcha girl. I'm not saying anything wrong with it. I just don't like it. It's not for me. Give me good old-fashioned coffee. Yeah, not a matcha girl. It's a pink blush. Pink. They said you can get sugar-free. I'm not going to lie to you. Sugar-free is not the same. It's just not the same. It's just don't put anything. It's either I'm going to have a little bit of sugar or I'm not having anything at all. Sugar-free does not taste. It just tastes like, it tastes manufactured. I think that's the best way to describe it. It tastes manufactured. Like it's not supposed to be in your drink. You know? Chemicals. But I will say, it is a good alternative. If you still want your brain to say, you know what, there's sugar in my coffee, let's do 2 pumps of sugar-free. It's still a good idea. It's still a great idea. So I'm not mad at that. If you need to wean yourself off, you're like, you know what, let's do the sugar-free option. I just need to wean myself off. Oh, honey in your coffee. I've never tried that. That's a great idea. Honey or agave, maybe honey or agave. That's a good suggestion. Date syrup. Oh, that's a good one, Naya. Naya said date syrup. Monk fruit. Oh, excuse me. Okay, we have nutritionists. So let's give the girls options and the guys sugar alternatives. So we said monk fruit. We said dates, agave, and honey. Can we put that in the comments? Someone said beet sugar. Thank you, doll. Can we put that? Okay, write those down. How can you reduce puffiness? Stop stressing yourself out and change up your diet a little bit. Change up your diet. Yes, coconut sugar. Oh, I haven't heard of that one yet. Coconut sugar. You want to quit your job. Do you have something else lined up? Do you have savings? Do you have support? If you leave tomorrow, are you good? Can you pay your rent for the next year comfortably? Like, oh, my rent will be fine. If you're married, if you're in a relationship, no matter what the situation is. Will I be okay if someone decides to leave tomorrow? Or if I'm single, I leave the job, will I be okay for the next year? Can I pay my rent? So maybe those are things you want to think about before you leave. Best way to get rid of dark circles around your eyes is to get more rest and get off your phone. And that's not even me being sarcastic. You need to set a time at night where you're done. No more phone. No more phone. Okay, no more phone. Sleep, and then get you a good eye cream. Get you a good eye cream. Okay, yes, and they said more iron and greens. That's what Sexy and Stuck Up said. More iron and more greens, more zinc. Yes, that's what they're saying. Thank you, Nessie. More iron, more greens, more zinc. Yeah. Oh no, not Ruthie. Not Ruthie. I'ma be very real with you, Ruthie. Okay. You can explore, but I think, you know, I'm not saying you can't, but you're at that age, Ruthie. You're at what I was just talking about at the start of the live. You're going into 30. So we should have certain things, you know, in order. Just certain things in order. Okay. I'm not saying you can't go out tomorrow and find someone who's ready to sweep you off your feet, but you should have a certain amount of money tucked away. You should have a certain amount of savings, and you should have the option to want to move out if you want to. That should be an option right now. If that's not an option, we need to go to work, get a job, go back to, well, I wouldn't even say go back to school. If you have a degree, you know, use your degree, look for jobs, but we got to get working. Thank you, A. Thank you. And because here's the thing too, and I don't think this applies to everyone. Here's the thing too. I think you're more comfortable asking for things, and I'm not saying this is always the case. I think you're more comfortable asking for things when certain things are secured in your life, right? Like, it's just like, what? Like, I already do this, babe. I do this already. Okay, I go out alone and eat. I live in this. I have a car. I have that. You know, it's easier. You're not as intimidated by certain spaces or environments. I'm not saying it's always the case, but I think it helps. Someone said you don't even think twice, right? Some cultures don't move out until you're married, yes. But is it a cultural, how do you say, marriage or setup? Are y'all doing things old school? Is Papa going back home to find you somebody? Or is Papa finding you someone in the States to set you up with? Or are you responsible for going out and looking for that guy? When y'all say cultural. Because I know in some cultures, yes, you don't move out at all. I want to say in certain, like, I want to say African and also Haitian, maybe even Dominican. Now, African, I'm not going to go ahead and say that, y'all. Okay. Certain Caucasian, I'm not going to go ahead and say that. It depends what state. Okay? I'm not going to say that. Jamaican, depends what Jamaican. We talking Jamaican from the island or Jamaican in New York from Brooklyn, you know? From Canarsie, I don't know. So we got to get very specific because we can't just say culture. You know, we can't just say culture. Because some of y'all, yeah, come on now. Thank you, Tatiana, thank you. Right, y'all talking about culture. And your dad is not going back home to find you somebody. You're going out, you know. And the thing is, too, if you're living with your parents right now, there's no excuse if they're allowing you just to, you know, work, save your money. There's no reason why you shouldn't have money saved. There's no reason why you don't have certain things in order. Because you have an advantage over, like, most people who have to live alone, go out, and they're responsible for themselves or their family. So if you have that advantage, you shouldn't be on your phone all day long just scrolling. Like, make sure you are responsible, you have certain things in order, you have goals. Don't just lay around all day. That goes for the men, that goes for the women here. It's different for every family. She says she's African, she moved out at 24. It's different for every family. I agree. Yeah, I know for Haitians for sure. I know that for sure, Haitians. I have goals, but it's a struggle to save. But if you are living with your parents, thank you, Alana. If you're living with your parents, then you can get another job, right? You can always get another job. You can have a job, start a business. Thank you, Cara. Hey, Leah, just a little bit, not that long. Thank you, Cara. Oh, you're crying. Why are you crying? For Somalis, not that common for girls before marriage unless... Yeah, that makes sense. That's the culture, for sure. For sure. We're just talking today. I'm not sure if I'm bringing people up. Thank you, Brittany. That's the culture. If you guys remember, you can schedule a one-on-one call. The link is in the bio. It's a video call. Completely confidential. The videos are never posted, never recorded. Yeah, New York can be. But the thing is, here's the thing too. It's like, how bad do you want it? You know? Like, how bad do you want to be out of your situation? Because when I say this with love, right? At every level, there's always a next level that feels or seems more expensive. I want you to remember that. So let's say you start making that money, and then you go from paying $600 in rent to $1,200 in rent, right? And then you're looking like, oh, I may want to move. And then you're like, wait, I like this place, but now this place is from $1,200 to $3,500. And you get into a $3,500 place, you're comfortable. But there's another level, and now that feels more expensive. Now that you're $3,500, everything's good. So you go to that next level from $3,500 to $10,000. Thank you, Sam. And you said when I, start paying $10,000 a month, I'm just saying rent right now. I'm not saying homes or houses. I have me a nice space. This is good. And then you get in there, you like, this ain't big enough. I don't know. The luxury ain't luxurying. I'm really looking at the ceilings now. The concierge ain't doing their job. Okay? This ain't working, that ain't working. So let me look on another level. Let's go to 20K. Let's see what that gives me. Okay, maybe a better neighborhood. Maybe my neighbors, they mind their business. They not worried about me. All I'm saying is that every level, there's going to be another level that seems or feels more expensive. So I want you to keep that in mind. No matter what level you are at right now, ask yourself, how bad do I want to be out of this level? What am I willing to do about it? What am I willing to do about it? Yes, this place is $10K a month. That's, yeah. Rafi, you needed to hear this. What are you willing to do? And this is not just, I'm not talking apartments, right? I'm talking anything. Just anything you want, anything you want to do. Whether it's your business, why haven't you started it yet? Why do you keep dragging your feet? If you want to be a content creator, why haven't you started? Why are you waiting for friends? Why haven't you started? Life is just going to continue to go on. There's no right time. Thank you, Coco. We're almost upon a new year. And you said this year was going to be your year. And now here we are. January 1st is almost here. And you haven't really accomplished what you said you wanted to. So you need to do something about that this year. Well, the fear of staying the same should be far greater than the fear of failing. That's how I feel about it. The fear of staying the same should be far scarier than failing, you know? So I say just go for it. Don't worry about the fear. Just go for it. Thank you, Maddie. Go for it. I mean, it's only you holding yourself back. I'm dating a man and it feels God sent. However, I want more princess treatment. It's God sent, but it don't got princess treatment. So God, you're God. He done created this man, put him together, shipped him to you. And God said, don't include the princess treatment package. Take that off. What's that guy? Girl. Thank you, Rila. She wants a shift. So ask. Ask. Thank you, Chelsea. Thank you, Rila. If you can't ask, that means you like him more than he likes you. It's that simple. If you're afraid to ask, you like him more. That's how I see it. Once we get into that territory of I'm afraid to ask, you like him too much, he's so cute, you don't want to lose him, you feel like, oh, you'll never find a six-pack or a cute face again. So it's one of those things, cute face, six-pack, or you like him so much that you don't want to lose him. So, no, I can't ask him. How do you ask? Ask. Just ask. She should ask for what she wants. She's saying she doesn't feel like she gets princess treatment. I don't know what that means to her. You know, everyone, the leader says standards, yeah. Everyone has different standards. Everyone wants something different, right? So what some of the girls in here want, you may not want. So you have to ask. You have to have that conversation. And if you guys are kind of in the relationship, you guys been in it for a while, and it's comfortable and you made it comfortable, you giving up cookie, y'all Netflix and chilling, y'all eating all the time, every activity is from the window to the wall and in the bed, then, you know, he like baby tomorrow, baby next week. So if you didn't start off strong, then I don't think, not saying things can't turn around, but, you know. Thank you, Tati. You should be glowing during pregnancy. But I say still do things for yourself. Still get your hair done. Still get your nails done. Still go for walks. Still put a little bit of makeup on. Yeah. Do whatever's in your power. And look at some of the girls on TikTok now who's currently pregnant, who is killing it. You know, you may not be able to wear heels, but they're doing heels, dresses. Think of Rihanna, makeup, glam. They're still getting out. Use that as inspiration. How do you know when you're ready to start dating? You just decide, I'm ready. Decide that you're ready. And just get out there. Put yourself together and get out there. I'm only attracting older African men. What am I doing wrong? Help me. You're only attracting older African men. I feel like you probably look, you know, nice, natural. Like you have a natural look to you. Meaning not much hair, makeup, going, glam. You know, you give probably off that wife energy. Easy to get along energy. Not high maintenance. Not too high maintenance. Got some curves on you. Yeah, I was going to say thicker. Exactly, Jazz. Thicker, curvy, and very natural. Don't dress matronly. That's what Brooklyn said. Great point. Don't dress matronly. Thank you, guys. You want to get on a dating scene, but you're nervous. All right, even if you don't put yourself on the scene, what about when you leave the house? Are people approaching? Just ask yourself that. Even if I'm not on the scene, if I'm not on the dating scene, when I go out, are people approaching? That's what you have to ask yourself. Thank you, Rich Auntie. Thank you, Yvette. You don't get approached. If you don't get approached, maybe just change up the look or change up the environment or change up your energy. One of the three. Don't pay mind to any of the men who sit here all night and look at me on the screen. I can care less what they say, babes. It really doesn't matter. They could be anywhere on a Sunday night because I know they balling and rich and got all the money in the world and ain't going 50-50. Okay? It got the body of Thanos. Okay? So you could be out and I know you out and you could big balling and spending money, but you here with me. Faithfully. So please. Thank you, Coco. Thank you, Kara. Watching every night. God knows, doing God knows what, child. Yeah, as soon as the bell go off. Welcome in, you guys. Average woman get married every day. You're absolutely right. Average, gorgeous, stunning, black, white, orange, thin, thick, overweight, no wig, no makeup. You're absolutely right. You're 28 but look 23. Is it too late for me to find a rich man? Wait, what does one have to do with the 23? No. So this is what I also want you to ask yourself. Are you attracting that? Are you attracting that? What are you attracting? What are you attracting? Why do you keep attracting player men? Do you look like a fun girl? XO? Do you look fun? Do you look like a good time? Not a long time. Not saying players don't, you know, how do you say, approach all type of girls, all type of women, right? But what's the vibe like? You're not attracting men taller than me. You need to go to the tall event. There's a tall event that goes around the country. I think if they're in the U.S., they'll probably do overseas soon, but go to the tall event. There's a tall people event. You attract bums. Are you hanging out in bummy locations? Let me ask you that. Are you hanging out in bummy locations? I say look a little bit more conservative if you feel like you have a fun look. So, like, I see platinum blonde in your photo, right? So let's say you do platinum blonde hair. I wouldn't do like a super beat face. And I would do a nice modest outfit. Nothing too revealing. Okay, shows just enough, but it's not too revealing. Not too much going on. Ash, I have an older man who wants to take care of me, but he is so needy. Like he needs a caregiver. Nisi B, all the women in this chat tonight are looking for a man like that. If you don't want to be a caregiver and you don't want to take care of him, please drop his act. Because the girls are looking. They'll take him right off your hands. If you're saying he's funding your life, what do you mean caregiver? Like he wants you to wipe his bum? Lift his ball? Like... And if he needs a caregiver, that means you ain't got to sleep with him. That's what I'm hearing. You ain't got to sleep with him, and he's willing to come up off that dollar. That's what I'm hearing. Nothing works The system has officially shut down. Oh gosh. It's not enough honey packs. Viagra, nothing. Okay? No mental stimulation. Nothing. Okay, he's done. Mm-hmm. Oh gosh. And that's something else I want y'all to keep in mind, ladies. I want y'all to keep that in mind. And we're ladies over here, so we don't talk about sex. But these men will have you fooled and confused. I want to make it crystal clear. After a certain age, they lose their hair. And they lose that motion, that functioning, all of that down there stops working. So please don't be listening to these men on the internet who be like, oh, you hit the wall. Well, your little, it hit the wall too. The Vina, it hit the wall too. If woman hit the wall, that hit the wall. They never say that though. Thank you, B-Miss. Just remember that. Remember that. I'm drinking water. Thank you, Batsy. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you so much, guys.